love it that it tells you guys that, like, we're not all adults that understand that it's being recorded. So we're recording. Hello, everybody, and welcome tonight. I'm so honored and excited to get the opportunity to share with you guys this evening. I'm going to start by sharing my screen. But the first thing I want to do is introduce myself. Some of you know me, and if you see me a little off here for these first few minutes of the call, I could be letting people in from the waiting room. So just bear with me, but so excited that each of you could be here. For those of you that don't know who I am, this is my family that you see here. My name is Mandy. I live in Lexington, Kentucky. I am a mom of 7. Yes, you read that right. No, we're not Catholic or Mormon. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but that's what everybody asks us. And, after a while, years into this whole parenthood gig, as we continue to add one more baby after another, I just kind of went along with it because what's the point? Yeah, sure. Whatever you want to think, sure. But we have 4 sons. And then after we had 4 sons, followed that with 3 daughters, which completely took us by surprise because we didn't think we were capable of making girls. And we did 3 little girls. I am an advocate for individuals who study or struggle with chronic illness because in 2013, I became extremely ill with what I would later find out was Lyme disease and a severe mold poisoning and toxicity within my own home. And it almost killed me. I had doctors. I don't know why I smile when I say that, but maybe just to celebrate that I'm still here with you guys and to see the story that has come from all of that. So I have a special place in my heart for individuals who struggle, and especially people who struggle and don't know why. That's a very difficult place to be in. And that is actually what led me to this industry. I joined my first network marketing company solely for product. I was desperate to feel better. It was Christmas time. I was sick. I couldn't celebrate the holidays with my family. I remember wrapping Christmas presents, laying down on the living room floor, feeling like I was going to pass out and just desperate for answers. And at that time, 7 years ago, locked arms with another company, desperate to find help with my health. But what I found was that I discovered an industry that I have since found to be so beautiful and so helpful, and while it is still a very misunderstood industry, it is an industry that is changing lives, and it's an industry that I knew I had to be a part of. So as we get started tonight, the first thing that I want to do is introduce you to my mentors. These are men that in my few short months with this company, what is today? I think tomorrow will be my 4-month anniversary with Q Sciences since I decided to partner here. And in the 4 short months that I've been with the company, do you guys see those red lines? I don't know where those came from, but I'm going to have to edit that.
Mommy, Lily's getting bigger. Now she's getting older.
Let me mute out. All right. Sorry about that. In the 4 months that I've been partnered here with Q Sciences, I've learned that it's not necessarily what you know, but it's also who you know. And I've had the distinct honor and privilege of getting to know the men that you see pictured here. Jake, definitely more so than Mark, but I've been able to spend 2 occasions with Mark now. Mark is our founder and CEO. So if you know the name Mark Wilson, especially if you're a guy on here and you have a very avid interest in the NFL, what you might know about Mark is that he is a 2-time Super Bowl champion with the Raiders, I believe in 1981 and 1982. And the story with Mark is that he retired, said he was perfectly content and excited after years in real estate investment in the Seattle area, very content to spend the rest of his life on a golf course, kind of paid his dues, was ready to just kick back, relax, and unwind and spend the rest of his years on the golf course. And what he found very quickly was that there was not a lot of fulfillment in that for him. And he began to search for ways that he could create impact and change lives. And through the wisdom and through the direction of some of his most trusted friends and people who would later become his most trusted confidants, he discovered the network marketing industry and decided that he wanted the rest of his life to be about impact. So as a professional athlete, you understand that some of the things that Mark understands is grit, determination. He gets hard work and vision. He understands that when something's not working right, you have to pivot. And that's what we see in his leadership here at Q Sciences. The man to the right of him is Jake Spencer. And cool story there. Mark actually brought Jake on as a consultant in 2018. Because the company, which began in 2012, was growing exponentially, and we were seeing a ton of growth in the area of customers, which meant that we had incredible products, but not quite seeing the growth from a business perspective that we were looking for. So he brought Jake in as a consultant. Jake sat in on meetings for like a week or so, brought his tips, brought his advice, his wisdom as being a leader in the field, and totally revolutionized and turned the company upside down. And you're going to hear more about what has happened since Jake has come on board. But at that time, Mark brought him on as the president of the company in 2018, and now they are both co-owners. What I find really unique and very cool about that is that in so many network marketing companies out there, the leaders or the CEOs of the company are these corporate conglomerates that sit completely detached from the company. It's clear that it's not their passion project. It's just another stream of income for them. This is Mark and Jake's passion project. This is what they are dedicated and committed to for the rest of their lives. So much so that they are currently on a tour that makes them sound like famous musicians, but they are currently on what we call our owners tour across the world, not just the United States, but across the world. And you're going to learn more about our international expansion here in a few minutes. They say the most powerful leadership tool you can have is your own personal example. And Mark and Jake have completely pioneered and led the way in that regard. Man, I don't know if you guys can see these red lines that are coming up on my screen. I hope you can't, but I have no idea why they're there if you can see them. But anyway, it's not too distracting. But what this is, what you see here that is really cool about where we are positioned as a company right now. This is called an S curve. And in business growth, this is what we call an S curve. I've also heard it called a hockey stick, where, you know, growth is kind of flatlined and then all of a sudden it takes off. But what this S curve does is it demonstrates to you where we are as a company right now. We are out of that risky season of startup. Startup is very exciting. Ground floor is very exciting. Excuse me, for people who love to take risks, but it's very risky. And with ground floor comes a lot of slow growth in the beginning. But if you can see where that box is X'd, or where the S curve is X'd, that's exactly where we're at. And what that means is that we are perfectly positioned to hit momentum. We can already see it. There's three types of momentum. There's personal momentum, team momentum, and company momentum. And from a company momentum perspective, we are perfectly positioned for the next 3 to 5 years to take off and see that fast growth and momentum, where the people who decide to partner with us and become a part of what we're doing right now here at Q Sciences are going to reap the life-changing benefits of not only a residual income, but also a residual organization. Now, if you're here to learn about products, that's totally fine. We're going to hear a little bit about products. We're going to hear a little bit about business as well, but just stick with me. And I say that coming to you as a girl who 7 years ago was only interested in product. So since that time, that Jake Spencer came on as our president and we kind of revamped everything in 2018, we've seen 1,200% growth, making us the fastest growing health and wellness company, third fastest growing network marketing company in the world. The only two companies ahead of us are a makeup company and a travel company. So I would argue that that makes us the fastest growing health and wellness company in the world. We are currently in 26 countries and counting, but that changes like so fast that we have to update our slides constantly because we're getting our boots down in so many countries. And when I say we're getting our feet on the ground, I'm not only saying that we can ship there, I'm also saying that we have distribution centers in those countries, in those continents, so that you're seeing cheaper shipping, and not only cheaper shipping costs, but also faster, more expedited shipping to those countries. Because it's one thing to be able to ship to those countries, it's another thing to have distribution centers in those countries. So that's exciting for a lot of people, and we love it. We've had the opportunity to see owners tour stops in Australia and Canada, and we're getting ready to see them in Europe. So super pumped about that. And yeah, they say Forbes magazine says the best time to join a company is during either one, a new product release, or two, during a global expansion. And we have both. We release new products every 45 days, or changes or enhancements or promotions within our compensation plan approximately every 45 days. That's just another testament. If you have any experience in the industry, that's just another testament to our president and his understanding of what it's like to be in the field, understanding the ebbs and flows, the ups and downs, and keeping things exciting and keeping the company in momentum. It is not wanting to move forward for me. So the man behind Q Sciences, kind of where it all began, is a doctor. We call him the triple threat, Dr. Stephen Kimberly. And the reason we call him that, I won't spend a lot of time here, but it definitely deserves time because he is the man that gives us the products that are changing lives. Day in, day out, and our businesses wouldn't be growing. We wouldn't see the explosive rates of, or the incredible retention rates on our products. And by retention, that just means that people stay on them. It's one thing to be able to sell. I always say I can sell people anything for 30 days, but to keep somebody on it for 30, 60, 90 days, 4 months, 5 months, that's a special product. And pioneering that way is Dr. Stephen Kimberly. The reason we call him the triple threat as our chief science officer is because, one, not only is he an internal medicine physician who understands the benefits that come with Western medicine, he's also a licensed naturopath because he reached a point in his career that he understood that nature gave us so many answers to the problems that we deal with, that he went on to get licensed as a naturopath so that he could provide those plants and herbs and minerals and all the good things that we find in the earth that help us as well. And then lastly, he is a former senior editor at WebMD. Now, obviously, not just anybody can be a former senior editor at WebMD. We all know what WebMD is. It's where we all go to search our symptoms. And just nobody can do that. That takes an extraordinary physician. So, but lastly, what I love about Dr. Kimberly is that he understands, Ann Billings, one of our other product developers, everyone in that department, what they understand is innovation. They understand that science doesn't stand still. They understand that science is constantly changing. And when we see something that has changed, and when we see how that affects one of our products on the market, we pull that product back, we innovate it, we make the necessary changes. Dr. Kimberly says, I will never give you a product. I will never put a product into your hands that won't change people's lives. We won't just sell an omega-3. when we discovered that our omega-3, that nothing extraordinary, nothing special stood out about it. People ask me all the time, do you have an omega? Yes, we have an omega, but we pulled it back and we're making necessary changes to it to give it an oomph, to give it a wow factor that makes it something that is completely going to change your life. It's not just another product that you could go to Target or GNC or Vitamin Shop and buy. So that's Dr. Kimberly. And what I love most about him is the innovation behind him, he and his team. So we're going to talk a little bit about products tonight. We are not going to talk about all of our products. If we talked, we're not even going to scratch the surface. If we talked about all of our products, we would be here for hours. And I know that nobody wants to be here for that long. So you could essentially divide our products into two categories. You could divide them into our full spectrum hemp, and then you could divide them into our nutraceuticals. So our full spectrum hemp, I'm going to talk about here in a few minutes, a couple slides down. But there is a component to our full spectrum hemp that stands out and makes it stand above the rest. The first hemp that I have ever felt the benefits from, and I'll share a little bit about that here in a second. But we also have nutraceuticals that affect fitness. And we'll talk a little more about that. Weight loss. We have a complete line of sublingual vitamin sprays. The best way to absorb any vitamin is intravenously. I always say that word wrong. Intravenously. The second best way is sublingual. Anytime that you can find a way to bypass the GI tract, you're going to get optimal absorption. We have kids supplements. You guys in Nashville last weekend, I think it was last week in Nashville last week, we're making innovative changes to our kids line. So I was able to sample what will hopefully become our new kids, one of the supplements within our kids vertical. Vertical is just a fancy word for product line. And it's incredible. It was delicious. The only question they asked us was, would your kids take this? And it was a resounding from everybody around me. Yes, 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 yes. We have a full collagen matrix, which I'm going to have the honor to share with you here in a few minutes. And I say honor, that sounds a little bit dramatic, but our collagen is freaking incredible, you guys. It stands out, and you're going to hear more about that. We're going to talk terpenes, which is also cutting edge technology. And we have products that address your immune system, that address your energy levels, that address hormone balance. Our product Vitalize, which is a men's or women's product for hormone health, was actually our first product that Dr. Kimberly brought to the table to Mark Wilson. So as we move forward, what I want you to know is that what you put into your body matters. Were it not for this quality control document, I would have had hesitations about partnering with Q. It's so important to me as somebody who struggles with their health to make sure that what I'm putting into my body, I know exactly what's going into it. I know that the ingredients have been ID tested to make sure that what they say is in it is in it. You have no idea how many supplements out there have been tested only to be found that they're full of fillers and not what they say they contain. We make sure that the quality is there. We make sure that wow, can't say that word. We make sure that the sourcing is ethical. We make sure that microbial tests are being done to make sure that there is no bacteria, no fungicides, pesticides, herbicides, contaminants, GMOs. We're free of all of the common allergens. You can see here all of the things that are tested. And just last thing before I go on to the next slide, we were recently the second company in the entire world within this industry. There's only one other company that has achieved this certification. We officially became certified with the FDA. Now, when I say that, I want to be really careful to be exceedingly clear that FDA certification is not the same thing as FDA approval. They're very different things. The FDA cannot approve supplements. It is the Food Drug Administration. They cannot approve supplements, but what they can do is make sure that our products are verified and certified with the highest standards in quality and efficacy. And that's exactly what I did. And you guys, when I say this was a labor of love, our CEO sat through 66 meetings with the FDA to get our products FDA certified. Whew, my slideshow is not working moving forward. I keep trying to click it and it's not doing it for me. So real quick, Q core, and it just got better. And I'm going to tell you about that. That is our foundation. Q core is our foundation. Typically, when you get started with our products and you say, what do I need? It doesn't matter what you tell us your needs are. We are almost certainly, with very, very, very little deviation, going to tell you that Q core is what you need. Now, there might be other products that you need as well, but Q core is foundational. You Google buzzwords like gut health, mental wellness, you are going to find all of the things that Q core addresses. It contains Q Max Premium, which is our powerhouse multivitamin, vitamins, minerals, fully methylated, chelated, amino acids, all your micronutrients, crosses the blood-brain barrier. I know so many people that have incredible brain health benefits from simply Q Max alone. So that's Q Max. Q Biotics is our pre and probiotic blend that you can go to Google or WebMD. You can go to Google and type in the words gut health and no matter what it is that you're struggling with, most likely gut health is going to be pegged as one of the reasons that you are possibly struggling with that issue. Test me, go to Google and do it right now. So we have our Q Biotics that have those incredible gut health benefits. Without your gut health, without that gut permeability and integrity, they say it's impossible to have the type of health that is sustainable, that gives you energy, that helps you to get through your day. So that is of the utmost importance. Q Align is our anti-inflammatory that addresses not only the things that you would think of when you hear the word inflammatory, like inflammation of the, joints or, people who struggle with issues. I want to be really careful with the words I use because I don't want to make any medical claims, but those types of conditions that deal with inflammation, of course, those types of things, but also cellular inflammation and systemic inflammation. That is actually the bigger issue here, because systemic inflammation and cellular inflammation is that type of inflammation that leads to disease, that leads to much bigger issues down the road. So Align is amazing. Align is an amazing addition to this combo. But just this month on June 1st, we added Q Digest to Q Core. And Digest, I think it's our number on our list of bestsellers. I think Q Digest is number 3 right now. People are actually going bonkers over this product with the results that they're seeing, whether you've struggled with digestive issues, whether you're just getting older and you're finding that because as we get older, our body doesn't create the digestive enzymes that it used to create to help break down our food. As we get older, between enzyme production and reduced metabolism and those types of things, we find it more difficult to lose weight. Well, what Q Digest does is it comes in and it has 11 digestive enzymes that address breaking down things like gluten, dairy, fats, legumes, all of those types of things, but they're super specific and they're super specialized. And Q Digest has gone into your AM and PM packets. Now you can buy this in the bottles, but what people do is they buy them in the AM and PM packets. I always use my husband as an example here. For years, I've been trying to get him on products and he just always goes, I don't know what to take. And I would have to put them into little containers, AM and PM, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But now all he does is just tear off his packet, put it in his pocket and take it when he goes to work. And people go crazy for that. It's so easy. It's so efficient. So that's the way that most people get their Q Core, and Digest goes into the AM packet. The next thing I want to talk to you about is our full matrix. These words are going to mean absolutely, if you don't know anything about collagen, because I didn't, these words probably aren't going to mean a lot to you, but they're actually a really big deal. Our full matrix medical grade collagen. The reason our collagen is so set apart, we actually took, this was long before my time here at Q. I've only been here for 4 months. This product has been a work in progress for a very long time. One of the super special components, super special aspects to our company is that they listen to us. They hear what it is that we want, and the field wanted collagen. I believe it took 2 years to get our collagen to where we wanted it to be. It's, you actually can see it. All of this new hair growth that they're sticking up because I have my fan on, but all of this new hair growth coming in is because of collagen. I have this all coming in right here. You know, having 7 babies back to back has been a big key player in losing a lot of that hair and trying to grow it back and not making a lot of strides. So we came up with 2 versions of full matrix medical grade collagen. Most collagens out there are powdered. And you guys, I'm not, if any of you take powdered collagen, I'm not saying this to be disrespectful or rude, but it would be like your body is just not able. And I'm going to talk, I was tempted to use a hemp analogy, but I'm going to use that analogy when I get to hemp. But your body just doesn't absorb powdered collagen very well. It needs to be liquid. And there are 10 types of collagen that the body produces, but it significantly decreases as you get into your mid to late 20s. You can stimulate collagen production with the foods that you eat, but we're looking at foods like bone broth. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to simmer up a pot of bone broth every day and drink 4 huge mason jars of it, because that's essentially what you would need to do to get the same collagen benefits. Because that's one of the pushbacks that we hear sometimes is, well, why do I need to take a supplemental collagen when I can just get it from my food? No, I would much rather take a tablespoon of our collagen per day than to drink 4 cups of bone broth. Yes, you can get it from your food, but you're going to get it so much more efficient. And I would argue better from our collagen. Sorry, kind of lost track a little bit. There are 10 types of collagen that the body makes. You're going to get 1 to 2 of those in most collagens. In ours, you're going to get like 4 to 5, depending upon which version that you're taking. We have 2 versions. One is called Reform. It is a peach mango, and it addresses the external structures of the body, like the hair, skin, and nails. These are like the beauty types of collagen that people talk about all the time. Oh, my nails are growing so fast. Oh, my hair is growing. My skin looks plumper. And all of these things are true. And that is our Reform. That's the purple bottle that you see. The other version is Rebuild, and that addresses the internal structures of the body, joints, ligaments, mobility. It has a lot of protein in it. This is a vanilla flavor, and most people take it before or after a workout. So those are our 2 versions. We also have a skincare line that utilizes our collagen, our hemp, and colloidal gold. This stuff, I just would love like a bathtub full of this stuff, because it is the most incredible stuff I have ever put on my face. I use the serum day and night. I use the overnight gold, obviously, at night. I have never seen such changes in my face. I've never had a filler. I've never had a Botox. I'm not saying I look amazing. I'm 41 years old, but collagen, that's all I do. And internally, externally, whatever, but you can see the proof is in the pudding right here with these before and afters. These are a little bit hard to believe, but these are 2 weeks. These are 2 weeks, and I actually know these people. Incredible. I always look for something to say here when I say this about the collagen, but they kind of speak for themselves. So as we move along, I talked about fitness and weight loss. Now there's tons of companies out there that have fitness and weight loss products. So many companies out there are fitness and weight loss products, but that's kind of where it ends. We brought on the best of the best personal trainers, nutritionists. Stacy and Kimball Johnson or Jensen are pictured here. We also have nutritionists. We also have coaches. Through an app that we utilize, all of us in the field, we utilize this app called MyQFit. And the day that you become a customer or an ambassador, you get free access to this app. And what this app is going to provide for you is communication between our trainers and between you and our nutritionists. And you're not getting a bot. You're actually getting that person reaching out to you, assessing your goals, reevaluating your goals, seeing where you're at, helping you get the results that you want. They have personalized workouts. Are you working out at the gym? Are you working out at home? Do you want to do a HIIT or a Tabata, or do you want to do a cardio? They have dance, I believe. So many different options of individualized, personalized workouts that are best for you. My own example, with years of chronic illness, if I do HIIT or Tabata workouts, I can do them occasionally. I have to really listen to my body, but I will exhaust my adrenals so fast that I am landed in bed for days. So we have those individualized workouts. We have meal plans and recipes and accountability and community. And if you can see here in the picture, this is my mentor and friend, Katie. She started MyQ Fit after she had her last baby, and Katie was completely dedicated to up leveling and changing. This isn't just about looking better. This is about feeling better. And my gosh, has she rocked it. Every time she posts her before and afters, we get about one a week. It's absolutely incredible. And she is not the only one. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people benefiting from this app. You join us as a customer or an ambassador, you get access to all of this. Hemp. I want to start to move through this quicker. I'm so sorry. I need to see what time it is. Now we're actually doing all right. Our full spectrum hemp. So you can get hemp everywhere these days. You can get hemp at the gas station. You can get hemp at Home Depot. I'm not even joking. You can get hemp at Home Depot. All hemp is not created equal. I have taken hemp from multiple companies that are oil-based hemps, and I have felt absolutely nothing. I have taken $150 tiny bottles of hemp that are the most well-known and celebrated hemps on the market and felt absolutely nothing. Now, when we decided that we were going to go all in with hemp, as hemp became a buzzword, as everyone started to learn about hemp, there were so many misunderstandings. People thought that hemp was marijuana. They thought that it was psychoactive, and it's absolutely not. We decided that we were going to do this differently. And what we did is we created a patented technology called BioSync. And what that does is that creates a water-soluble hemp, because the body is 70% water. When you put oil into the body, in the same way that if you drop oil, just as a science experiment, into a glass of water, they will separate. The body wants to reject oil because the body is water. So we created a water-soluble hemp using BioSync. And what that does is that gives your body the opportunity to absorb the hemp at almost 100% rate and to feel it instantly. Now, you all know the systems that we have in our body. We have cardiovascular systems. We have respiratory systems. We have neurological systems. We have digestive systems. What often gets forgotten and not talked about, and most people don't even know, is that we have an endocannabinoid system with endocannabinoid receptors. And what our hemp does is targets those endocannabinoid receptors, which are responsible for inflammation, which are responsible for stress, wellness, focus, immunity, all the things. It's kind of like gut health. You can type in endocannabinoid system and whatever you're struggling with and see the benefits of that. So our hemp line is so expansive, you guys. We have the traditional sublingual drops. We have them for you and your pets, because pets get scared. Think about it. Have you ever seen a very stressed out pet during a thunderstorm? We have hemp for your pets. We have hemp for sleep. Rest Plus is honestly one of my favorite products. When I started taking Rest Plus, it was actually one of the first products that I started taking. When I started taking Rest Plus, my husband joked that for about 10 minutes, he had me. And then 10 minutes after that, it was like, night, night, Mandy, see you tomorrow. And when I say that, I want to be super clear, because some of you have newborns, toddlers, kids, that if you needed to get up in the middle of the night, you need to be able to get up with them. So nobody needs to be on a tranquilizer, right? So this is not that type of feeling. This is not like if I needed to get up in the middle of the night and do something, I couldn't do it, like that Benadryl type feeling. This is just my mind can shut off. As a mom, honestly anybody. But as a mom, I have a really hard time shutting my brain off at night because I'm just thinking about what I need to do the next day. And what our hemp line does is it helps me to just kind of shut off my brain so that I can get the rest that I need. Because we all know, you guys, I've been reading more and more and more that a lack of proper sleep hygiene and rest contributes to inflammation and disease more than we have ever thought possible. So I'm working on my sleep hygiene, not going to bed at midnight. Actually read something today that said 10 p.m. is the ideal bedtime, because at 11 p.m., your body gets an extra boost of cortisol, which is a stress hormone, which keeps you up later. You feel more awake and you're like, oh, I have more energy, but you're actually doing your body a disservice. So anyway, I got off on a little bit of a tangent there. We have topical creams for discomfort. We have roll-ons that are targeted towards relaxation, discomfort, and immunity. And then lastly, we have CBD. This is one of those things that I think is just so innovative. I just go, where did they get this idea? And I've tried all of them and they're all delicious. We have CBD infused water enhancers. So you just grab your bottle of water. We have 3 versions. We have Hydrate, which is electrolytes. We have, so, those days that you're at the ball field all day with your kids, or you're out taking a walk, or we just get, especially, oh my gosh, the heat wave here right now, you just get depleted so easily. And this helps to replenish. We have one for cravings, and it's berry, and it's probably my favorite because it's just so delicious. And then we have one for that promotes calmness, and it's peach lemonade. That's actually called Calm. So that's our hemp line. The last thing I'm going to talk about in terms of product is terpenes. And what I want you to remember today, there's a lot of things that I hope you take away from this call. There's a lot of value that I pray you get from what I share tonight. And I'm trying to not drag this out too long, but I just get super excited. But one of the things that I hope you remember is that when you start to hear about terpenes all the time, when terpenes are being sold in gas stations and Home Depot, I hope that you remember that you heard it here first, because I'm not aware of anyone who's doing terpenes right now. Terpenes are, like I said, they are next generation technology. They use the same patented technology as our hemp, which is BioSync. They, what is a terpene? So, of course you're wondering, what is a terpene? Think of essential oils. Think of lavender. When you think of lavender, what do you think about? You think of calmness. We have lavender sprays to put on our kids' pillows. We have lavender bath bombs. We have lavender infused lotions. We use lavender to promote calmness. So what a terpene is it's just like an essential oil, in the sense that it's an active plant compound that elicits a response in the body. Right now we have slumber. We have, so clear what each of these does. We have slumber, we have comfort, we have chill, and then create is actually for mental clarity. People who struggle with brain fog or squirrel brain, people who struggle to stay on task and tend to jump from one thing to the next. That's what create is for. We have a 5th one on the way that's called love. I'll let you use your imagination. That should be out. My guess would be within the next year, but we're all super, super excited about that. One of the reasons we did terpenes is because there are a lot of countries where people cannot get their hands on hemp. And we wanted to further innovate and create something that people that are in those countries where they can't, either one, they can't get access to hemp, or 2, for whatever reason, they do not feel comfortable using hemp, they have the option of terpenes. So I'm going to pivot a little bit, and this is where we're just going to wrap everything up. I'm going to pivot a little bit. You guys, people want to be a part of what it is that we're doing here. Now, I am going to talk a little bit about the business side, and I'm just asking you to hang in here with me. You may have hopped on this call tonight and you may have said, this is one of those things. I don't want anything to do with that. I just want to hear about the products. I promise I'm going to try to move through this quickly. And I want you to know that I understand this may or may not be for you, but I want you to just hear me out. The world is crazy right now. Inflation is nuts. And financial experts are saying that additional streams of income are imperative. Now, whether or not this is the right additional stream of income for you, I don't know. But what I want you to know is that we make it easy. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't require work. Anything worth having requires some work, but I am so thankful that I decided to partner here because you guys, we get paid in 5 different ways. We get paid on our customer acquisition. We get paid on building a team. Some people don't want to build a team. So we made it possible for people to earn commissions and to receive set pay based on customer acquisition alone. Because there are people out there that go, I have no interest in this business, but I know that my mom, my sister, my brother, my cousin, my best friend will want to use these products if they're helping me the way that are helping me the way that they're helping, everybody else. So we give you a way to earn that way. We give you a way to earn with building a team. And then we have our FFM bonus, which I'm going to get to here in a few minutes. So just to break it down really fast, boxes 1 and 2, which I'm just going to go ahead and move forward. Boxes 1 and 2 are how you earn with customer acquisition. You're going to earn first on commissions. Based upon what you sell, how much you sell, you're going to get a percentage of that back in commissions. Box 2, we have something really cool called set pay, and that is your compensation. Now, most companies out there, if you have any experience in network marketing, you get paid on an average. You don't know from 1 month to the next what your pay is going to look like, but we provide set pay. If you achieve those numbers, you get paid that amount. There's never any questioning what your paycheck is going to look like. And this is the customer acquisition side. Now, you can choose to earn on one side, you can choose to earn on the other side, or you can choose to earn on both sides. And that's what boxes 3 and 4 are about. Box 3 and 4 are the team building side of our compensation plan. Same exact thing, but you're going to get that set pay based on you building a team that wants to do the business alongside you. Completely optional, but that's up for you to decide. Box 4, you guys, we have the most generous and incredible promotional rank bonuses. For example, in my first month, I hit the ranks of elite and bronze in the same month. So if you go over and look at those bonuses, elite has a one-time bonus of $1,500 and another bonus for bronze at $2,500. So in my first month, I earned $4,000 in just promotional rank bonuses. Now you have to hold those. So they were paid out over time, but this is incredibly generous. Our president will tell you that he's not promising that this is the best compensation plan out there, but it is the most aggressive, the most generous, and the most fair. So these are the different ways that you can earn. And then lastly is the financial freedom movement. You guys, I want you to believe me when I tell you that people have locked arms with me and partnered with me here at Q just for the financial freedom movement. What we do is once you reach the rank of elite, which is only 4 ranks into the company, we start to pay down the debt of your choice. And if you're debt free, we put money per month towards the retirement or savings plan of your choice, just for hitting those ranks. Now that's incredible. But what's more incredible is our financial freedom movement in terms of financial coaching. From the day that you click join, this is for people who join as ambassadors. I have had people join as ambassadors just for financial coaching. I'm not saying I recommend that, but I'm saying they have. From the day that you click join and partner with us here at Q, it is not contingent upon how much money you bring into the company. You are provided, if you choose, which I don't know why anybody would say no, a free financial coach. And what this is born out of is our president's wife, their experience in the industry of seeing people lose a ton of money by one, living above their means far too quickly because they started making more money, their business started to take off, and they started to live beyond their means. And 2, seeing all of these car bonus programs, all of these incentive programs that provided their distributors with depreciating assets. And the moment that your business goes backwards, or the moment that you don't hold rank, you lose that bonus and you're stuck with that payment. And something that sets our company apart, I would argue the most beautiful thing that sets our company apart, in my own in my own opinion, there are so many things, but the financial freedom movement is truly what sets us apart. We are doing this differently. This is not MLM. This is true smart business ownership. We are teaching you not only to eliminate debt, which is what some extremely popular money management experts out there, and I won't say his name because I love him. There are financial experts out there that teach you to eliminate debt as quickly as possible. But what they don't do is teach you to increase your savings while you're paying on debt. Because if all you're ever doing is paying down your debt, and then something blows up and you need a new car part, or you have something catastrophic happen in your family, you don't have the savings to sustain that. So you essentially go back into debt. So we teach you how to save while you pay down debt. We teach you to have the right kind of life insurance. The first thing I learned with my coach was that we had the wrong life insurance. You learn investment strategies. We have ways to raise your credit score. We have realtors, we have lenders, we have CPAs that work with us specifically with special rates for QA ambassadors that have completely changed the trajectory of people's lives. You can see it pictured here. One of the coolest things, I was able to watch this first convention of my time with the company. I hadn't joined yet, but I was able to watch the convention because I was making a decision about whether or not I wanted to partner with Q. And one of the first things I saw was this financial freedom movement. Everybody comes in and they hold up a poster board of where they were before they started their financial coaching. And then they turn it around. You guys, we are talking, there are people in this company who have multiple, not six figures, multiple six figures in savings now, and have brought their credit score up by over 200 points. And we're not talking in 5 years. We're talking in like 1 year, 2 years. There's something super special in that. And I hope you know that. Lastly, well, I think we have one more slide after this, but the last thing I want you to know is that we have a culture that's different here. This is my team last week in Nashville. A couple of girls on my team in Nashville last week with our president, Jake Spencer. I do for real pray that each of you have the opportunity to hear him in person. He has a servant's heart. His heart for this company is not just your business success. It is the success of our 5 F's. And our 5 F's are your faith, your family, your friends, your fitness, and your finances. He tells us all the time, if your home is not in order, you cannot be successful. And we all take that to heart because we know he has proven that he means it, and that he and Mark, they want that for us more than they want the success of our business. So all that to say, by locking arms with Q, we have a compensation plan that gives you collaboration with the top. We collaborate. There's this beautiful collaboration between corporate and the field, and it's not contingent upon your rank. You matter no matter where you fall in this company. And I know there are people on this call that can say they have felt heard, that they are not, most of the people on this call are not been with the company for a super long time, but they feel heard and loved, cared for. And this is a community and a culture that stands out and is different than anything they've ever experienced before. Lastly, this is a smart business. There are so many ways that you can diversify your income and create multiple streams of income, but this is a smart business because we have consumable products. I love makeup as much as the next person. I love stoneware and cookware as much as the next person. If you say you're having a Pampered Chef party, I'm raising my hand. I want to buy something. I love Pampered Chef. And I didn't mean to call out any particular company. I'm just expressing my love for Pampered Chef. But we have consumable products that change people's lives and they need every month. We have competitive compensation. You guys, most compensation plans out there, I've seen compensation plans. Recently, I heard that somebody went to another company, and I looked at their compensation plan and it was 20 dang pages long. You guys, I'm done after 1-2 pages. Our compensation plan is 1 page, no gotchas. Everything is transparent. You can't beat that. That's something super special. And I hope you know that, especially if you have no experience in this industry. We are completely unsaturated. I guarantee you, if you go to your local shopping center, go to the mall
Ask 20 people if they've heard of Q Sciences. I would be blown away if one of them said yes. We are unsaturated, and being a 1099 has incredible tax benefits that make this a smart business. I have an incredible sense of urgency that I want people to understand, because this is the time to partner with us. We are walking into 3 to 5 years of massive momentum where the people who get in right now are going to blow this up, are going to change people's lives, are going to build incredible teams or accrue an incredible amount of customers. And I'm extremely passionate about making that known because I want you to be a part of it. I don't want you to miss it. They say you can join $1 billion company or you can be a part of creating one. And I am choosing to be a part of creating one. So that's all that I have for you guys tonight. I am so excited that you would take time out of your evening to be here with us. And I'm just really thankful and appreciate each of you. And I hope you have a wonderful night, and let us know. Get back to the person that invited you, and we will help you work out what products would be best for you and what would be the best fit for you, customer, ambassador, whatever it may be. And I hope you have a great night. Thanks for tuning in, and hope to talk to you guys soon. Bye.